محدود ولا أجل ممدود فطر الخلائق بقدرته ونشر رياها برحمته ووتدا بصخور ميدان أرضه الصلاة والسلام وتحية والإكرام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا ولعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم ومنكري فضائلهم وغاصبي حقوقهم من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين أما بعد قال الله الحكيم في محكم كتابه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وجعلناهم أئمة يهدون بأمرنا صدق الله العلي العظيم صلوات عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابنا بأبي عبد الله الحسين عليه الصلاة والسلام وجعلنا وإياكم من طلب الثار مع إمام المنتظر عجل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase your strength, tawfiqat, for commemorating the morning sessions for Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Tonight is the last session of the series of Majlis which we started from the first night. Our topic is Quran and Ahlul Bayt. Tonight I don't want to talk in detail, just few minutes, and then we will open the floor for question answers. If you have any questions about what we said in the previous nights, or if you have any question about some other issue which is related to Islam, Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Second one, for the love of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. Third one, for the early reappearance of Imam al-Hujjah Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. What we were discussing from the last few nights was the relationship of the Holy Quran with the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, and examples from the Holy Quran. We spoke and discussed verses from the Holy Quran. Tonight, the verse which I recited is about leadership, about A'immah. In this verse, Allah the Almighty says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ أَئِمَّةً. We have made imams, we have appointed the leaders. A'immah is the plural of imam. The Commander of Faithful has a beautiful saying. He says, and this is in Najul Balagha, La Buddha linase imama birran kana aw fajira. Every people, every group of people have leader. Sometimes the leader is good, sometimes the leader is not good. But leader is there. If there are two people, they are going somewhere, one should be the leader. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not leave the people without leader, especially when it comes to the divine leader. Because divine leader is Hujjatullah. That is the proof of Allah. And proof of Allah should be always on the earth. There is no time that Allah's proof is not there. If Allah's proof is not there, لَسَاخَتِ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ, they will collapse, the sky will collapse, heavens will collapse. That's why there must be a divine leader. And this divine leader is appointed by Allah Himself. That's why He said, وَجَعَلْنَاهُمْ. We have made, we have appointed, we have A'immah, the leaders from among you. وَيَحْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا. What is the duty of imams? Yahduna, they do hidayat, guidance. Bi-amrina, with our order. So imams are guides. Imams are doing guidance, hidayat. And their hidayat is the best hidayat guidance to take from them. Imams were, as Amirul Mu'minin says, they must be imam. So sometimes imams are good, sometimes imams are not good, the leaders. So Quran says, فَقَاتِلُوا أَئِمَّةُ الْكُفْرِ. Kill the leaders of the pagans. So, أَئِمَّةُ الْكُفْرِ. But the imams which we are talking are the infallibles which are appointed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are divine leaders. There is no doubt about deviation, no doubt about misguidance. And Allah says they guide with our order. يَحْدُونَ بِأَمْرِنَا. And at the end of the verse, وَكَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا يُؤْقِنُونَ. These Aimma have conviction, yaqeen about our signs. وَكَانُوا بِآيَاتِنَا يُؤْقِنُونَ. They have yaqeen, conviction about our signs. And that's why they invite people towards Allah. And the last leader, the 12th Imam, who is the guide of the people, is in occultation, major occultation, Ghaibat-e Kubra. Some says, then what is the use of that Imam which is in major occultation? How can he guide? Well, someone asked the same question from the 6th Imam. How? You say that the 12th Imam will go to Ghaiba, Ghaibatun Tawila, long Ghaibat. So then how he's going to guide? The answer was, well, Imam still guides, and he gave the example of sun. What is the duty of sun? To provide heat. Sometimes clouds comes and cover the sun. Sometimes sun is covered by the clouds, but that is temporary. Then the clouds go, sun does his duty again, its duty again. This is temporary. And even if sun is behind the clouds, still sun is doing for the duty for which sun was created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even covered by the clouds, but the duty is still there. Same is the case with the Aimma Athhar alayhi salam. They say that there is one Farsi sher which was composed by the commander of faithful. So this is about the sun and how the sun does the duty. There was a student in Hawza of Najaf. He was very poor. He went to the haram of Imam Ali, said, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, I'm poor. Send some help from me. And then he went and he slept. In the dream, he saw some holy face. He told him, okay, if you want to change your things, you are poor, you want to change your times and you want to have money, then you go to India. So what will I do? What I will do in India if I go there? So that student was Farsi, Iranian student, who was there in Najaf. So the man in Farsi told him that you go there and all your problems will be solved. He says, well, if I go there, what will I do? You see, you go there and you recite this one line of poetry in Farsi. Behar Zarei Abu Turab Nazar Konad. Go and learn this and go and just recite this there. Behar Zarei Abu Turab Nazar Konad. Which means that the father of Turab, which is the title of Imam Ali, he looks to each and every small issue. Har Zarre. Abu Talib, Abu Turab, that is the title of Imam. He helps everything. Whatever help you want from him, he will help you. He has eyes on every small thing. Ya Ali. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Next day he saw the same dream. He told him in the dream, I don't have money to go to Hindustan. He said, okay, don't worry, Allah will make some arrangement. And when he awake from his sleep, he found someone knocked on the door. He opened the door, someone said, this is hadiyah from Fulan for you. He has given this hadiyah to you. It was an envelope of money. When he counted, that was the money which he needed to travel to India. So he said, this is something serious. So he went to India and he went to the place called Hyderabad. Now India and Arabs have one thing in common. They like poetry. Like Arabs, they compose poetry a lot. The culture of India is also, they talk in poetry and they compose lines, different topics, but they love poetry. So he was told, when you go to Hyderabad, you have to go to the court of that ruler. He went there, did salam, people are sitting, ulamas are also there, and there are non-Muslims and Muslims together. The Raja, the king, is a Hindu who is sitting there. Muslims are also sitting there and they are thinking. He said, what you are thinking? He said, well, we are composing poetry about the commander of faithful, but there is one line which is not fitting. Because if you want to fit the line in the poetry, you need to have kafiya, you need to have radif, kafiya, and the other things which is in the poetry. Shu'ara knows about it. He says, oh, okay, this is the issue. I have a line for you, see if it can be fit there. And he loudly recited, Behar Zarei Abu Turab Nazar Konad. All of the people became very glad and they recited the second. Ba'asaman rawat khare aftab konad. Ba'asaman rawat khare aftab. When Imam Ali goes to the sky, he do the job of a sky. He do the job of a sun. Ba'asaman rawat khare aftab konad. Behar zari Abu Turab Nazar konad. So this share is taught to that Talib al-Ilm in dream by Imam Ali, which is a Farsi share. So they knew the second line, but the other line was not fitting. So when he said, Behar zari bu tarab nazar konad, ba'asaman rawat khare aftab konad. So these are the commander of faithful. When he is in the sky, he does the job of a sun, because they are divinely a'imma, the divine leaders from Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Well, tonight Majlis is a very short Majlis. We discuss about what happened in Karbala, and then the second part, which is the part of captivity, started. The Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam were taken from one place to another, and with mu'jaza, which is called Tayyul Arz, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam came and he did the burial of the Shuhada. Why? Because Imam Masoom has to be buried by another Masoom. With the help of the tribe of Bani Asad, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam buried the sacred bodies and he recited Majlis there. And then with Tayyul Arz, he went back to the prison. Someone asked Imam Raza alayhi salam, the 8th Imam, Yabna Rasulillah, how this is possible that Imam Zainul Abidin came and he buried the dead bodies. He said, well, this is in the hands of Allah. And the question was from him that how you were buried, how you will be buried. How you buried your father, Imam al-Kazim, who was in prison in Baghdad, and you were in Medina. How you did that? How is it possible? Imam said, well, do you believe that Imam Hussain alayhi salam was buried by his son Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam or not? He said, yes. He says, but Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam was in prison of Ibn Ziyad in Kufa. But he came, from the prison he came with the mu'jaza of Tayyul Arz and buried his father, Imam Hussain. I was not in prison. My father died in prison of Harun in Baghdad. I went there with Tayyul Arz, with mu'jaza, and I buried my father, Imam al-Kazim, Imam Musa Kazim. So this is something which is, Allah has given this power to these personalities. Now, brothers and sisters, when the caravan was taken to the court of Ibn Ziyad, Ibn Ziyad is now asking, look what Allah did to you. Look, Allah killed all of you. And because you did not accept the allegiance for Yazid. At that time, Sayyida Zainab Salamullah Alaiha gave him a very beautiful answer. She said, first of all, Allah did not kill my brother. Allah did not kill us. Allah is on our side. You killed them and your army killed them. وَمَا رَأَيْتُ إِلَّا جَمِيلًا. I can't see anything wrong. We were killed because we were on the right path, on the truth. He became angry. And he said, okay, I'm going to kill the one which is left. And that is the Bimar Imam Zainul Abidin. At that time, Sayyida Zainab defended Imam Zainul Abidin, and she came forward and said, oh, Zalim, oh Ibn Ziyad, you have, enough is enough. If you want to kill him, then you first kill me. We will not allow you to kill anyone more from us. They stayed there in the prison of Kufa, and then they were taken to Sham. Now the people of Sham were not aware about the merits of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. So they were passing from the Bazar-e-Sham. A man came, a Syrian man came and said, why you did khuruj? Why you did not listen to Umar Asad and Yazid? Why you did this? Look what happened to you. Imam Zainul Abidin replied, oh Sheikh, do you recite Quran? He said, yes, I am Muslim, I recite Quran. Have you recited in the Quran, Innama yuridullah? Yes, this is verse in the Quran. Have you recited in the Quran, Qul la as'alukum alayhi ajra? Yes, I recited. Did you recite in the Quran, Fatiz al-Qurba Hakka? Yes, but why are you saying, what is relationship of these verses with you? Imam Zainul Abidin said, these verses are revealed about us. We are the Ahlul Bayt. We are the examples of these verses. He started crying. He says, I didn't knew that you are the children of the Holy Prophet. You are from Ahlul Bayt. I didn't knew that these verses are revealed about you, and you are those household of the Holy Prophet. Ajrukum ala Allah. Last riwayah. When they were brought to the court of Yazid, the sacred head of Imam Hussain alayhi salam was in a plate, golden plate. And in the hand of Yazid there was a stick, and he was playing with the sacred head of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. He was hitting the teeth of Imam Hussain alayhi salam with his stick. In the court there was a Sahabi companion of the Holy Prophet. Some say he was Zayd ibn Arqam. He stood and said, "Oh Yazid, stop it. Wallahi, I have seen the Holy Prophet kissing these teeth. I have seen the Holy Prophet kissing the face of Imam Hussain. I have seen the Holy Prophet kissing the mouth of Imam Hussain, and you are hitting them with your stick." When Yazid heard this, he became angry and he said, "Oh old man, if you were not the companion of the Holy Prophet, I would have killed you now here. I would have killed you now if you were not the companion of the Prophet." At that time he started crying and said, "Oh Yazid, because I am companion of the Holy Prophet and you are lenient to me, what about this head? This head is son of the Holy Prophet. I am the companion of the Holy Prophet. You have regard for me. You have no regard for Imam Hussain, who is a son of the Holy Prophet." Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Wa sayalamu alladhina zalamu ala Muhammad ayya munqalibin yanqalibun la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. Now we will have few question answer sessions, and then Brother Ali will have a brief speech, and then we will do matam and ziyarat, and that will be the last majlis for this series. But the other majalises, inshallah, whenever there is occasion, that are continued. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Please switch on the lights. Yes. So that was a poor student when he recited the poetry there, and this poetry was matching with what they have composed. All the people were very happy. They were very rich people. They told him, "What do you want? You have solved a big issue for us." They said, "Well, I am a poor person, if you can help me." All of them gave him a lot of presents, gifts, and he came back to Hausa, Najaf, with a lot of money. Now if you want to ask about the source of this, first of all, we believe that Amirul Mu'minin Salam knows different languages, all the other Aimma. But I will give you the source. The source is, I heard this from Ayatollah Syed Aqeel Shah, who died few years ago. He was Imam Jummah of Masjid Jamkaran, and he has a bookstore where he publishes books by the name of Darul Kitab, which is on the Khayaban-e-Iram of Hawza Ilmiya Qom, and this Khayaban goes to the Haram. He has recited this story of Shi'r of Amirul Mu'minin Salam in Farsi. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Yes, please.
Allah never ever leave us without leader.
Yes.
And you say that Atiyullah wa Atiyur Rasul wa ulil amr minkum.
Yeah.
After 12 leaders, who is our leader at the moment? Who is our leader for Muslim communities?
So our 12th Imam is our leader. The 12th Imam is our leader now.
Okay, Imam Zaman is alive, we know.
Yes.
But who is the Naib of Imam at the moment? Because we need, if you have any questions, if you want to follow the Rasulullah and Aimma,
Yes.
who should give us the torch to show?
That is your marja. We have divine leader. Divine leader is one, which is Masoom, and that is Imam Zaman. Others are not divine leaders. Others are not on the status of Imam. So when I say that Allah says, "We will not leave you without leader, that is without the divine leader, without Imam Masum. When Imam Masum is in occultation, then the other leaders are, we have many leaders. The Maharaja is our leaders. Majariul Umur Beyad Ulama. This is the saying of Imam Zaman alayhi salam and the 11th Imam. That now when Imam alayhi salam is in Ghaibat Kubra, the affairs of religion is in the hands of ulama, but not every alim. Ulama has grades. There is one alim who is Pesh Namaz, who just recites Salat. Then there is another alim who is Imam Jum'ah. Then there is another alim who is Mujtahid. Then there is another alim who is Marja. So these are our leaders, but they are not divine leaders. They are not from Allah. And they are not Ma'asum. They are just for us. So if you have any problem, any issue, you go to your Marja, who is jurist, who is authority, who knows more than us. In this case, we have two famous ahadith. And these two famous ahadith are very important. One should have, and these are in different books. One is called Makbula Umar ibn Hanzala. فَأَمَّا الْحَوَادِثُ الْوَاقِعَةُ فَارْجُ إِلَىٰ رُوَاةِ أَحَادِيثِنَا. And Ahmad ibn Ishaq asked from Imam Zaman alayhi salam that when you will be in major occultation, what should we do? So he said, what should we do for the new masail, ahkam mustahadisa? So farju ila rawati hadithina fa innahum hujjati alaykum wa ana hujjatullahi alayhim. Because these are my proofs on you. These people who are ravis, those who are learned people, like Sheikh Mufid, Sheikh Saduq, they are my hujjat on you, and I am hujjat of Allah on them. And then in one more famous hadith, which is from the 11th Imam. 11th Imam and 12th Imam have many ahadith in this connection, in which he says that فَأَمَّا مِنَ الْفُقَهَاءِ, from among the fuqaha, man kana sa'inan li nafsi mukhalifan li hawa muti'an li amri mawla. Then Imam alayhi salam says with these five conditions and with these five qualities, fuqaha falil awami an yukallidu. Awam has to do taqlid of these. Those ulama who has these five conditions, they have control over their nafs. They listen to the order of Allah. Muti'an li amri mawlahu, sa'inan li nafsi. And falil awami an yukallidu. Then awam has to do their taqleed. They should go to them and solve their issues from these people, those ulama who has these conditions. Then Imam says at the end, and these conditions are not in every alim. These conditions are bazo ulama al-Shia. Few ulama, Shia ulama has these conditions. If these conditions are there, then you take Islam from them.
Okay, I have a continued question. You say that Allah never ever leave us without leader. Whenever you are talking about Allah and people, you are talking about all the Muslims. So we have Sunni and Shia. I agree with you for ulama and mujtahideen for Shia. How about the Sunni people?
Our imams are their leaders also. This is another story, they don't accept it. Otherwise, these leaders, the imams, are also the imams of Sunnis. But they don't accept it. This is a different issue. But Allah has made leaders for them also. Imam Zaman is leader for Sunni, Shi'i, for everyone.
I'm talking about mujtahideen. So they don't agree or they don't follow.
No, we said that we are talking about the divine leadership which is with Masoom, not Mujtahideen. Mujtahideen are not divine leaders. This is different. These Mujtahideen help you, guide you how to know Islam. Divine leader is different. I'm talking that they are Masoomin. So Imam Zaman alayhi salam is leader for the Shia and the Sunnis and every. Our Maharaja, they can also ask. Sheikh Mufid was a marji, but Sunni and Shias both would go to him and ask questions from him. It's called Ibn Muallim. But if some Sunni is not going to ask mas'ala from our ulama, then this is his problem.
Thank you.
Ahsantum, ajrakum Allah. Yes, please, if you have quick questions, I will try my best, but may ask me not difficult questions. I was afraid from Dr. Parwana, his questions are very difficult. Sisters also can ask questions if the sisters have questions. Sisters have, if they have questions, they can write on the paper and send it to us.
Salam.
Walaikum salam. Well, we don't need mine. Do it without mic, no problem. Well, we will shout then and we can make that open door. Yeah.
حول ولا قوة إلا بالله.
Yeah. question is very old question. I heard this question maybe around, yeah, Alhamdulillah. Yeah, the question of Hajj Fawad is why Salatul Fajr is 2 rak'ah and why Maghrib is 3 and Zuhur and Asr is 4. Why this is different? Well, the answer to this question is that this is Allah's secret. This is Allah's wish. He has ordered us to pray Salatul Fajr 2 rak'ah. And our deen is deen of ubudiyya. We are servant and Allah is the Lord. So whatever Allah says, this is ta'abbudi, ahkamu ta'abbudi. Ta'abbudi are those ahkam where we have no say. Whatever Allah has ordered us, we do. And we don't know the reason about it. Ahkam ta'abbudi, if we ask that why, then there is why everywhere. Why the ashwat around the holy Kaaba is 7? Why we go 7 times around the Kaaba? Well, this is Allah's order. Allah has told us to do that. One more answer, which is just, it's not ilmi answer, but it is just a joke, latifa. That someone asked from some person why Salatul Fajr is 2 rak'ah, why not 3 and 4? He said, well, Fajr is time of sleeping. Allah says, just pray 2 rak'ah, go and sleep. Pray 2 rak'ah, go and sleep. While Zohr and Asr is the time when the person is awake, he wants to eat food, he wants to work. Now you pray 4 rak'ah for Zohr, 4 rak'ah for Asr. Fajr, I give you discount. Pray 2 and go and sleep. But this is just a joke. Otherwise, these are ahkam ta'abbudi. We don't know the answer why Salatul Fajr is 2 rak'ah. Why there are 2 kunut in Salatul Jum'ah? Why? In other salat we have 1 kunut. Salatul Jum'ah 2 kunut. Why? This is ahkam ta'abudiyya. We don't know the answer of it and we don't need to answer. Allah has given us order. We are abd. He is Lord. We have to fulfill His order. Yes.
Somebody prayed 8 rak'ahs and said, Hal azidukum Salatul Fajr.
Yeah. So that guy, yes. So you cannot make it from 2, you cannot make it 3 or 4. Whatever Allah has 7, that is the answer. Yes, please.
My question is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is everywhere.
Yeah.
Is that right? No place is empty without Allah. My question, one is that. So, Jannat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be there. What about Jahannam?
Jahannam?
Yes. Allah is everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not going to be, any place cannot be left without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah.
Here, there.
Yeah.
So my question is, what about Jannat? You have sure.
Yeah.
But what about Jahannam?
Well, when
Is
you
it
say
empty
that,
from
when you
Allah?
say that Allah is everywhere, you are saying then from the physical nature of Allah. So Allah is everywhere. What does it mean? It means that the power of Allah is everywhere. Not he doesn't have a physical body that we say, oh, he's in Jannah. So His power is everywhere. His power is in Jahannam. His power is in Jannah. His power is in this world, in the skies and the heavens. Allah Himself, when we say He's everywhere, which means His ilm is everywhere. Wasi'a kursiyuhu samawati wal ard. The kursi of Allah is so big that it has taken in its domain the heavens and the sky. So it doesn't mean that the kursi of Allah is so big that it encompasses the whole heavens and ilmullah, the knowledge of Allah, the power of Allah is everywhere, that it encompasses the whole universe. So when we say the power of Allah, ilm of Allah, yes, that is everywhere, in Jannah, Jahannam, everywhere. Yeah, I said power, authority, knowledge. So this is very simple, that Allah's power is everywhere, His authority is everywhere, in the world, in Jannah, in Jahannam. But He Himself, like we say, His nur, or he doesn't have a physical body that it should be in paradise and it should be in Jannah. He doesn't have a physical body. This question is about adab al-du'a. يجب أن يتلفظ به هل يقبل قلبيا. The question says it's Arabic. Does the dua should be pronounced with the mouth, or no, you just bring it in your heart and Allah will accept it? Or no, it should be talaffuz, pronunciation. For dua you don't need to talaffuz, you don't need to have pronunciation. Just bring it in your heart. Allah knows ma fi sudur, what is in your chest, what is in your heart. He has ilm of everything. So if you don't pronounce it, you bring your dua that, oh Allah, I have this haja. And you don't say the haja. You just bring it in your, Allah knows. And He will answer to that haja, that dua. You don't need to pronounce the words of dua. I think this is sufficient answer for the sister who is asking about talaffuz of dua. We don't need to do talaffuz. Same is the case with niyyah. Niyyah, you are praying Maghrib. You don't need to say, I am praying Salatul Maghrib, 3 rak'ah, and facing the Qibla, qurbatan ilallah. No. If you say it is good, it is not bad. I'm not saying don't say it. Say it. If you don't say it, don't do talaffuz. Just your niyyah is you are praying, this is sufficient. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala see the niyyah. When we go for Hajj, there are so many manasik, so many. For each mansak we want to do throw stones. We don't need to say, I am throwing 7 stones to Jamara Uqba, the big shaitan, Qurbatan Illahi Ta'ala, and Hajjatul Islam, and Umrah Mufrada, or Umrah Wajiba. No. You just throw the stones with the niyyah that, if someone asks you what you are doing, oh yeah, I'm throwing, I'm doing Rami al-Jamara. If someone asks you what you are doing here, 3 rak'ah, I'm praying. But if someone asks you what you are doing, you have no answer. Oh, I don't know, I was doing some exercise. Then this niyat is not correct. You are not going to get anything for the niyyah when you don't know what you are doing. But if you know what you are doing, this is enough. You don't need to pronounce it. Yes, please. No, please go ahead. The whole night is, mashallah, we are here.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وَجَنَّةً عَرْضُهَا السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Then where is the hell?
Where is the hell? This question was asked by Yahudis, Jews. They came to the Holy Prophet. No offense, this is what is in the history. Yeah. The Jews came to the Holy Prophet and they said, your Quran says that the diameter of Jannah is so big that it has encompasses the heavens and the skies. So if the diameter is so big, then where is Jahannam? So again, the answer was given by the Holy Prophet, and he said, well, when Allah says, Imam Ali alayhi salam also gave answer to this question, that the diameter is there, it encompasses everything. But that doesn't mean the physical, the physical part. So what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, that the power of Allah is so big that it encompasses everything. Jannat is also there, Jahannam is also there, in the domain of, in the mulk of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When we say mulk, country, the thing come in our mind is boundaries. Left is this, right is this, south is. That is the country, mulk. But the mulk of Allah has no boundaries. It's not that mulk, that here it means sovereignty, that is the power of Allah. Tabarakalazi biyadihil mulk. Okay, which mulk is in the hand of Allah? We have 200 mulk here, mamalik. No, not this mulk. Tabarakalazi biyadihil mulk wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allazi khalaqal mawta wal hayat liyubluwakum ayyukum ahsanu amala. So this is the whole universe is the mulk of Allah. So to ask this question, where is this? No, you don't know about the power of Allah. If you know the power of Allah, this question doesn't come, that where is this and where is Jahannam. And Allah has power over everything. He is very you cannot imagine how powerful is Allah. Everything Allah has created, everything is in the hands of Allah. He is the owner of Maliki Yawmi. He is Malik of the Day of Judgment. Other things compared to Allah is very tiny, nothing. If you compare the prophets, if you compare, yes, He has given, He has chosen but the domain of Allah is very powerful, very high. And He has created everything, and one day He will destroy everything. He will take it back. And that day will be the last day. हाँ पूछ लें जी. नहीं ठीक है. हाँ. जी. Yeah, so this question is about barzakh, that on the Day of Judgment we have in a hadith that the Ma'sumin alayhi salam, those whom we love, will do our intercession, shafa'ah. So what about barzakh? In barzakh, who is going to help us? So this is a very detailed discussion. First of all, if I give you answer, you will not understand unless and until I tell you what barzakh is. Okay, let me ask you one question. You are asking questions from me, now I will ask one question from you also. You give answer to I will give answer to your question. Barzakh is part of this world or the hereafter? Question. No, what I'm saying is, barzakh is a place or a period, time. Like world, dunya, the dunya is a place. So barzakh is also a place. Take it as a place. Then the Day of Judgment, where we will be gathered in the ground, that is also a place. But that Qiyamah, the Day of Qiyamah and the ground of the Qiyamah is connected with the hereafter. What about barzakh? Barzakh is connected with the hereafter or with this world? This world? Who says this world? 1, 2. The middle. Okay, you say both. You say that it is. Sorry? Okay, that is we are saying Wadi Salam, where the good souls are gathered, is related to this world or the hereafter? This world. So those who say no, barzakh has nothing to do with this world, and once the ruh goes, a person die, his ta'alluq with the world is finished. And now another world start, the second world. So who says that barzakh is, you have nothing to do with this world and it has to do with the other world? Who says that it is related with the other world, not with this world? Because if you say that it is related to this world, so it means that those who died are part in this world. They are still here. Yeah. Yes. So what does it mean? Yeah. 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 Yes. Yeah. Okay, okay. Let me wind it up. In my opinion, and what the research which I did and I learned from the ulamas, they say that barzakh is part of this world. Barzakh is part of this world, and our dalil is because when we recite Fatiha for our marhumin, if it is not part of this world, then how this Fatiha reaches them? And another dalil is Quran says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ قُتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَمْوَاتًا بَلْ أَحْيَاءٌ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ يُرْزَقُونَ. Those who are slain in the way of Allah, don't call them dead. They are alive and they eat food with Allah. So where are our shuhada when they are eating food? We haven't seen them eating food. We haven't seen shuhada, our shuhada, which were killed here by Zalimin in this world. We haven't seen them eating food. Quran says no. They eat food with Allah. So I haven't seen a shaheed eating food with Allah. So it means that Allah is saying that shuhada are in the barzakh. In barzakh they are eating food. So if it is not the part of this world, then they will not eat food with Allah. So when they are eating food with Allah, it means that shuhada are still, they are in barzakh, and barzakh is in this world. Now the question is that who will do shafaat for us in the barzakh? The sixth Imam says, I am afraid about your amal. Do your amal, do good deeds, so that you, with your amal, you should be good in the barzakh. Otherwise, when it comes to akhirah, we will do intercession. With barzakh, we are not going to do intercession. Or in other words, we will say that imams are not allowed to do intercession in the barzakh. Their intercession will reaches us in the akhirah. So, in barzakh, if your amal are not good and there is no intercession, then you imagine what will happen to us. You are on your own. Yes. Recently there is a book which was written in Farsi, and I recommend you people should read this book. And it is now translated into Urdu. There is an institution called Danishkada from Islamabad. They have done a beautiful translation. It is available online. I will send you. The name of the book is Syed Aqeel Shah. So we have a phenomenon now. This is another ashra. If Hussain Bhai invites me for another ashra, I'm going to talk about. There is a what we call a phenomena called NDE, near-death experience. I don't know you heard this or not. NDE, near-death experience. So some people, they died and the soul was taken out from their body for a few minutes, 3 minutes maybe. Now these 3 minutes are maybe 3 years, if you count it, the barzakh years or the akhirat. But for the world, it is 3 minutes. And they saw everything which will happen in Barzakh in these 3 minutes. And not one person did that. Many people did. Maybe more than 100 people went through this process. And they were told that how they have questioned us, what happened to us, and how small things were asked. NDE, near-death experience. They were not dead. And even the non-Muslims also believe in this. This is not only Islamic phenomena, Islamic concept. No. The non-Muslims also believe that to some of them this NDE happened. That is, they were dead for a few minutes or seconds, and then they saw everything. And then because the time was not reached, actually the death time, Ajal was not arrived. But because of some things, they went through that. But because their death was not written, and it was not, they come back to the world. And when they came back to the world, they told the people, and some of them are very good people, believers, and mu'min, what we saw, what happened to us in these 3 minutes. This is translated into Urdu, and it is available online. Yeah. Yeah, because the shafaat which reached to him was because that the barzakh did not yet started. That's why he came here. Otherwise, if he went to barzakh there is no shafaat. So the barzakh not yet. He was just shown what is in barzakh. The shafaat which you are saying that he came back with the shafaat, I will say with the dua of Imam, with dua of Sayyidah Zara, salamun alayha. He came back. Allahumma salam alayhi. Not with her shafaat, because shafaat is later on. And his time of death was not there. His time of even barzakh was not there. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Ashra, you need ashra. This is very detailed. Oh, if I start, I recited few majalises about this. I think I recited in one place I recited 5 majalises, where I explained that each and every step. And whatever you do in this world, you will see that in barzakh. If I start giving examples, you will be astonished. Like whatever you do here, in barzakh, you will see that. For example, the man says that I was carrying a jerry can of water. It was very heavy. So I wanted to throw some water on the ground so that it becomes, the heaviness goes and it becomes easy for me to carry. So he saw, what should I do? So he saw there is a tree. The tree was dry. So instead of throwing water on the ground, he went there and he threw the water on the base of the tree. Now this is something small. On the day of barzakh, he was told that you will get reward for this action also. For not throwing water here and there, giving water to a tree. दरख्त के पास जाके उसने पानी वहाँ दरख्त को के पास उंडेला ताकि इस दरख्त को फायदा पहुँचे जो खुश्क हो गया था, बजाय कि मैं पानी इस तरफ फेंक दूँ. उसके भी he got the reward for that. Then he says that I went for the ziyarat of Imam Hussain alayhi salam with caravan. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. With the caravan. And I saw that in our caravan, the Mudire caravan, the person who was Salare caravan, he told me that, Fulani, you are a young person, I have one old man in the caravan, and he cannot go for ziyarat. You have to help him. So he thought that, why should I help him? I came for my ziyarat. No, you have to take him for the ziyarat and then bring back, otherwise he will get lost. And he's very old. He cannot do ziyarat by himself. He said, first I thought that, it is going to affect my own ziyarah. I came here for ibadat. not for helping the Mudir Karawan. But then he said, no, for Imam Hussain alayhi salam, I will do that. We were there in Karbala and Najaf for 10 days. Every day I would carry this blind man, the old man for ziyarah and then bring him back to the hotel. Last day when we were going tomorrow, he faced Imam Hussain alayhi salam, said, Ya Abu Abdullah, I ask you, I pray for this man who helped me 10 days. He bring me to you and then brought me back to hotel. He take care of me. Oh, Abu Abdullah gave him his best rewards. And I also said, Ameen. He said, Ameen. He said, when I died and in Barzakh, I saw that the angel told me, your 5 years of sins are forgiven because of the sifarish of Imam Hussain. I said, why Imam Hussain alayhi salam did sifarish for me? Because you helped that old man in the ziyarat. So you helped that old man who went for ziyarat, and Imam Hussain alayhi salam said to the angels, oh angels, remove 5 years of sins from his Namai Amal. So I think we should wind it up. There are 2 questions. I cannot read them properly. Let me try to read this question and I give the answer, and with this iltimas dua, and inshallah. Okay. So what we are going to do is, after the question answer session is finished, we will ask Ali Haider to come here for a few minutes, then we will do matam and then ziyarat and then the program will finish. So this is, I can do dua to change my qadr. What are the ways to get your dua accepted? Yeah, with dua is very strong. Salahul mu'min. With dua you can change your destiny. There is no doubt. And then, why is Imam Hussain alayhi salam kunya is Abu Abdullah when all his children are called Ali? So his kunya is Abu Abdullah because he had a son. His name was Abdullah Ali Asghar, Abdullah al-Rawi. Because of that, Imam Hussain, even if his son is not Abdullah, still he can do the kunya of that. So the kunya is not necessary that it should be, he should have a son. Can you please explain what alimul zar is? Yeah. Is our destiny determined or clear from that, and how does free will manifest in that world? Well, alimul zar is when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the souls of the people, he took oath from them, covenant from them. Like one of the covenant which was taken by Allah is that you will not worship other than me. Allah has taken this covenant in Alam Zar. And this also is explained in the book also, what I'm talking about, Syed Aqeel Shah, where he says that a time comes when the person is leaving the world, he remembers everything when he was a child. When he came to the world, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed him everything, but then he forget because he's child. Then later on, tadrijan, gradually he sees everything. And the time comes that it is not 100% authentic, but it is possible that when you are leaving the world and going to the barzakh or next world, you remember everything which Allah has taken a covenant from your soul when your soul was created. So if someone says, what is the dalil on Qiyamah, that there is next world? Well, the soul is immortal. Soul doesn't die. This is the dalil that there is Qiyamah. Otherwise, if the soul was mortal and so like it destroys, but because soul doesn't destroy, it remains and it's alive, this shows that Qiyamah is there. One last final step is there. Yes, please.
So I have a short question.
Yes,
MashaAllah, you talked about the connection of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam and the Holy Quran
Yeah.
throughout these nights. So, and you mentioned that's the merits and the qualities that are present in the Quran, in the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. So one of the qualities of Quran is, according to the Holy Quran itself, it says that لا يمسه إلا المطهرون, and only the pure souls can achieve the true meaning of the Quran. And on the other hand, it said ولا يزيد الظالمين إلا خسارة, and this book is it's not going to help those who are zalim, and it does not have anything other than khusran for them. So what is the equivalent quality in the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam that would be like equal to لا يمسه إلا المطهرون ولا يزيد الظالمين إلا خسارة in the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam? How these merits are represented in Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam?
Yeah. Well, we believe that Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam had all the qualities because they are chosen one, and they themselves also try. Not only that, because Allah has given them these powers, so Allah has given them powers, but then they themselves also worked on it, and they acquired all the qualities which a believer should have. When Quran says La yumassuhu illa al-mutahharun, this Quran cannot be touched by those people who are the pure ones. Now let's take this with two angles. The first angle is the pure can only touch the Quran. It means go and do wuzu and don't touch Quran, don't read Quran, and don't touch the verses of the Quran without wuzu. Why? La yumassuhu illa al-mutahharun. So that's why when we recite Quran, when we touch the words of the Quran, the ayat, we should be in wudu. Tahara, the Quran says. And then if you want to go to the spiritual point of view, that la yumassahu illa al-mutahharun, it means that this Quran cannot be understood by every person except those people who are the chosen one, who are Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. And when it says that this Quran will not increase except the khasara loss for the zalimeen, yes. Quran in one place says Quran is revealed to guide the people. And then it says another place, no, Quran is revealed to guide the muttaqeen. So is it for muttaqeen, guidance for muttaqeen, or for all people? Guide, Quran is guide, there is no doubt, hidayat. But Quran says that, well, this is hidayah, hudan linnas. Quran says hudan linnas. And then another place, hudan lil muttaqeen. No, Quran is guide for muttaqeen. So if a person is not muttaqi, he will not get guidance. Well, ulama says guidance is of two types. See, guidance has grades. One is ira'ut tariq and another is isal ilal matlub. I give you one example. Now this will be the answer to the second part. Someone asked me, where is Ali Muhammad Society? I say, oh, if you want to go to Ali Muhammad Society, turn on the Bath Road, keep on going, then you will reach 1941, turn, and there, that is Ali Muhammad Society. He says, okay, thank you. Now there is a chance that he should make mistake and take a wrong turn and go somewhere else. Once the person says, where is Ali Muhammad Society? I say, oh, you want to go to Ali Muhammad Society? Yeah. Follow me. Come with me. I hold his hand and I come and sit in my car. And he holds your hand, takes you here and drops you here. This is Ali Muhammad Society. Now this is guidance. The other one is also guidance. That guidance is chance that you should not reach Ali Muhammad Society. But the second thing doesn't have any chance that you will miss Ali Muhammad Society because he took your hand and he brought you here. Similarly, Quran is guide. For Linnas, it is the guide that he showed you that did go this, and Ali Muhammad Society. But for Muttaqeen, it is the guidance when they will not miss the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So for the verse also, guidance is different. For some people, Quran will not increase except khasara. But for Ahlul Bayt, for Muttaqeen, Mu'mineen, Quran increases everything for them and give them guidance and protects them, and everything which a mu'min needs, that is there. So I think we should wind up here, and now we will request our brother Ali's to come, and remember there is matam after his speech. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.